Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? Demi 1970 Gaming. I am finishing up a game here. Let me double check. Game 3 between the Boston Celtics, 1980, and the Philadelphia 76ers, 1980. And we're in Game 3. And I got my last 2 minutes. And Boston's not doing too well for you Celtics fans. They have 72, and Philly has 92. For some reason, Boston has just not put the ball into the basket. And big advantage to being the home team. But I'm going to finish the last 2 minutes. I'm not playing safe for anyone, but I am using pressure offense or pressure shooting for the Celtics. And I'll show you how that is played out while I go along. I am using this dice roller here. Oh, where'd it go? I got the dice roller there, and I'm using the iScore app. So, all right. So here we go. I'll keep this short and sweet, and I'll try to explain a few things. I had to change my lighting because it bounces off this black mat. All right. So I got my cards here, and I'll do my best to show you the cards. Okay. So we're at Bobby Jones got the rebound, the substitution. So it's Philadelphia's ball. Got my fast break cards here on my left. Okay, Darryl Dawkins has fouled out. Julius has 32 points. He's the high scorer for the 76ers. And Larry Bird has 21 points. He's the high scorer for the Celtics. So I'm going to flip a card. I got F2 versus G1. So Julius is going to get the ball. Archibald is on defense. Here's the roll. It's a 42. Let me look on Archibald's card, a 42. A 42 is a basket, and an assist would be a 22 to 39, so it's non-assisted, but it is a basket. Let me get these out of the way a little bit, guys. So Julius, Dr. J gets 2 points. So since I'm playing safe, since I'm doing pressure shooting, I'm picking a card from the pile over here for the Celtics and playing the card. So I wrote F2 versus defender. F2, there's no D or E, so it's F2. So that's Cedric Maxwell versus defender. Let me roll. I roll a 51 on Irving's card. A 51 is a miss. So Maxwell misses the shot. He has 5 fouls. He misses the shot. The rebound, I flip a card, a rebound. Defense C. That's Caldwell Jones with a fast break. Caldwell Jones gets a defensive rebound. And then I pull a fast break card. Fast break, 2-point basket, G1. Okay, I like to put them up. So 2-point basket, G1. So that's Maurice Cheeks gets a 2-pointer. And I like giving the assist to the person who pulled out the rebound before that shot. So Caldwell Jones will get an assist. That's the way I've been playing the game. All right, I'll pull another card over here. F2 versus defense C. Maxwell versus Jones. I roll a 70. That's a missed shot. So Maxwell misses. Rebound. Loose ball foul. Offense, G2. So Chris Ford has a foul. That's an offensive foul. Okay, how many fouls does Chris Ford have? He has 2. Okay, everybody's under the limit so far. Nobody's fouling out. And Sixers get the ball. G1 versus defense G2. So G1, that's Cheeks versus Chris Ford. Here's the roll. 98. I look at this section. 98, turnover, steal 6-12, and he rolled an 8, so it is a steal. So Cheeks has his turnover. Chris Ford has a steal. And I think this game is finished, so I'm just going to pull. I'm not going to play pressure shooting anymore. I'm just going to pull from the regular cards here. So high versus defense C. And since I'm playing the same team for at least 7 games, or maybe 5 or 6 games, you sort of have everything memorized. So I know my high player is Larry Bird. So I go high versus defense C. Here's the roll. It's a 46. I'm looking on Caldwell's defensive section. 46 is a miss. Larry Bird's missed is a 3-point is a 10. He rolls an 8. Nope, so it's a 2-point shot. So Larry Bird missed. Rebound. High in game. And I have this memorized. So Caldwell Jones has the highest defensive rebound rating of a 45. So Caldwell gets the defensive rebound. He also is going to put up a shot because it's C versus defender. So it's C versus defender. I use the disc all the time. Keeps track of everything. 55, Caldwell. 55, it's a miss. He misses a 2-pointer. We're down to the last minute of this blowout. Rebound, high in the game, greater than 39. All right, so does anybody have an offensive rating for the 76ers above a 39? And what about Bird? Bird is a 39, but it's not an equal to 39, so it's not greater. So nobody does. So high on home team. Caldwell Jones gets the offensive rebound. He passes it to Doug Collins. Collins going against Chris Ford. Here's the shot. 68. On the defender's card I look. It's a miss. Collins misses that shot. And the one good thing about the 1980 season, I believe that was the first year with 3-pointers. And there's not that many 3-point attempts. So it makes like playing a game a lot faster. I'm sure if you play the game now, it'll be quite complicated. It'll take a little bit more time. So Doug Collins, what happened? He misses the 2-point. So sometimes when you're talking or get interrupted, you look at your play-by-play here. This is a great app. I love this thing. And it just tells you what's going on. And then you could do stats comparison. So right now, Sixers have 105 attempts, and Boston has 99 attempts. Okay, so what happened on that one? So see, I go back. Collins missed a shot. The rebound. Defense F1, FB. So Bird gets the Larry Bird gets the defensive rebound. We're going to do a fast break. 2-point basket high. So Larry's high. Not high, you know what I mean. Larry gets the 2-pointer. Boom. So he got the rebound and he got the 2-point shot. All right. Next one for Sixers, high 2. So who's high 2? 14. Oh yeah, Doug Collins has a 15.4 rating. Julius is the highest. So high 2 would be Collins because he's the second highest. Bobby Jones is 14.9. So Collins has the ball. He's going against F1, Larry Bird. And I roll a 94. We're looking at high 2 offensive section. So high 4, 94. That's a turnover. There's no offensive foul because I rolled a 9. So I go to Bird's defensive section, I look at turnover. Was it a steal? 2-7. No, it was 9. So, nope. Doug Collins turns it over. Boston has the ball. High versus defense F1. So, Bird against Bobby Jones. And we're going to look at Bird's offensive section. 38. And a roll of 4. So, 38. 32-43, guys, for Larry Bird. Not sure if you can see that. Okay. 32-43, turnover, offensive foul 6. Nope, you rolled a 4. And Bobby Jones' turnover steal is 2-7, so it is a steal. So Bird turns it over. Bobby Jones has a steal. All right. So it is 76ers 96, Celtics 74. The series is tied at 1-1. And it was a steal. So the next one is G1. First defender. And D or E passes to B1 or B3. So Cheeks is rated a D player. But I do not have a B1 or B3 player. So that means Cheeks will keep the ball, and he will shoot. So G1 versus Tiny Archibald. Love that name. He rolls an 84. And that's an assist. So if you take a look at this card, let me put it right there, guys. An 84 is an assist. It's in between 70 and 90. So I know Cheeks has an assist. I got to find out who scored the 2-pointer. So what I do is the last card of the game. Score on assist, F2. So that means Julius gets the last 2-pointer and Cheeks gets the assist. So I put into my I score Julius. Let me show you how this is done. Let me see if you guys can see it. So what I do here is, you got all these things here. Got the players here. That's how I keep track of the fouls. You notice Darryl Dawkins has 6 fouls. He's out of the game. So Dr. J got 2. Cheeks got the assist. Okay, and then that's the game. I don't keep the clock on here because I don't feel like touching the clock all the time. I don't show the clock, so sometimes the time doesn't, I don't know why the time doesn't go down to 0. Like most of the time it does. It says game over. But on this quarter it didn't. So I'm not sure why that happens, but it doesn't matter. It all evens out. I don't worry about the time. I just like looking at the stats. It's good because you can take a look at the fouls here. And they also have the fouls listed next to their initials. Okay. So that's the game. Sixers 98, Celtics 74. Complete blowout. And the stat comparison. Boston had 100 attempts. And Sixers had 106. It's about 10 to 15 more attempts than in real life. 0 for 5, Boston for 3-pointers. 0 for 3, Sixers. Let me see. Free throws, 18. Let me see what was the big difference here. Assist. Boston had 49 rebounds. Sixers had 59. Sixers had 8 more defensive rebounds and 2 more offensive. So what you do here is you go exit, save the game. You can synchronize it. So when you go online, you can look at all the stats. So what's good about this, you got the team stats. Tells you everything here. What I like to look at is sometimes these combo reports. It tells you the lineup and what lineup did the best. So it looks like when I had Doug Collins playing, they had a positive differential of 26. I know Dawkins has a high rating, but he doesn't play too well with the, he gets a lot of fouls. I remember Darryl Dawkins. He was popular for breaking the scoreboards. I remember that. That was a big highlight on ESPN back in the late 70s. We were all in high school back then. That's all we talked about. What's Boston? Let me see. Boston had a combo report. So they're positive. No. Archibald, Maxwell, Bird, Ford, and Roby was a minus 15 differential. Oof. That wasn't too good. All right. So not too bad. So I got Philly up. These are all my games I played. Look at all these games. This is the 1980 playoffs, guys. The Lakers are out of it. Seattle Supersonics are waiting for the winner of this playoff series. I was hoping it was going to be the Lakers, but Lakers couldn't pull it off. They lost, I believe it was, 4-2? Yeah, 4-2 to Seattle. Seattle was good. And I play a bunch of different ways. I use the fast action cards or the fast break cards to, you can do the dice here, 69, and the double dice, 2 D6s are, comes up with the numbers. Rarely do I use the middle one. I do not play with the injuries since it's the playoffs, but I guess if you wanted to do a whole season, you could play with injuries, but I do not. That's one of the things I do. And they do have a lot of rules, special rules in the game. Stall. So I could have used a stall a lot as a 76ers because I had such a lead. I was using pressure shooting for the Boston. That wasn't working out too well. I haven't used intentional foul yet because I'm playing solitaire, so sometimes playing solitaire is a little strange. Playing safe, I've just put a comment into the Delphi forums. Sorry, guys. Playing safe. Press I've used a few times, not too much. It's just difficult. I'm trying to be consistent playing the game. Timeouts I do use. Timeouts is pretty interesting. They're easy to run. Okay, and stamina rules I'm really not using because it's playoffs. But I do substitute guys, so I pretty much, Dr. J was playing the whole game. Larry Bird was playing the whole game. Cheeks played the entire game. And I'm not sure about Bobby Jones. Cowens played a lot. And Tiny Archibald played the whole game. So if you do purchase this game, I would definitely buy the printed version. And come back for another game. I'll do another last 2 or 3 minutes of a game. Hopefully it's a little closer. And thanks for watching. All right, you have a good day now. All right, bye.